afternoon. So, thank you very much for the introduction. Um, I'm going to start about speaking about basically about the work that I've done and my background and where we've reached until now. So, to start with, I just want to talk about my background. I happened to do my MBA from this particular institute and landed up an internship to work in Canada. And it was nothing to do with the work that I do, and it's basically a financial marketing kind of a job. And in the process, I realized that that's really not my forte or not my calling. And slowly, one of my trips, I realized a lot of people complaining in the plane that it's so dirty when you land in Bombay and it's smelling and this and that. That one fine day, I decided that I'm going to quit my job, this work, and I'm going to start working in the space of sanitation and toilets. So the biggest shock was when I decided to come back and work here in India. Family and people around you were like, "Kabhi, biggest problem is शादी कौन करेगा तुमसे?" Because this job that you're going to do is sanitation and toilets, and so it's not a very desirable job in India. It's not a wish list of most people, and everybody wants to work with a Ernst and Young and big names that you have. So to start with, that itself was a big step for me, a big challenge to really prove myself. Um, Slowly, I kind of got along. I concentrated on my work. I persevered, and over a period of time, um, I got a few breakthroughs. I realized that this is not going to be very easy, and continued working on providing sanitation solutions to India. We slowly started growing. But the pangs of running a company that's dealing with toilets is not very easy. So I had challenges of people, getting the right people. Because if you want to hire people and you say it's a toilet company, not everybody is going to come and work for you. So when I put an advertisement in Yellow Pages and in the newspaper, I really got no response. So I sort of decided to reposition myself and called myself a liquid waste management company. So from toilet company, I suddenly became a liquid waste management company, and suddenly next day I had like a whole 25, 30 people wanting to come and work for us because waste management was the buzzword at that point in time. It was one of the lessons that we learned, that how to position yourself and how to realize that certain things that you brand yourself with are going to make a change. That was just one of the incidents, and that was has still been my problem, is basically getting the right kind of people. People have been always the biggest challenge. Today we employ about 350, 400 people in the company, and we are across 10 states in India. But it's still the single largest, biggest problem with the stigma that's associated with sanitation. The other problem that we had was finance. We could go to a bank and ask for loans and funds, and the banks would say that, look, I mean, I can give you a loan, but what are you going to hypothecate to the bank? So you can't give me these toilets, because what am I going to do with a whole bunch of toilets in my backyard if you can't pay that? So again, that was a bigger problem. So I had to hypothecate pretty much everything. I think probably just my inner clothing was left. Everything else was hypothecated to the bank. And that's how we actually started building up the company. I remember taking a loan at something like 24 or 26% to really start. It was a startup fund. And with that, I started a very small setup in Pune and slowly grew it up. It was only until I think 2009 when we actually started getting interest from the external financial institutions, when our company got invested by private equity in 2009. So 2009, Avishkar invested into our company, and that was the real growth that started. Then, of course, we got invited by President Clinton for the Clinton Global Initiative. Company started growing. We started getting more capital. We started expanding, providing more sanitation solutions, more toilets to more people in India. And 2013, we got invested by a Swiss fund. So the Swiss fund is the world's largest impact fund responsibility. They invested with us in 2013. Soon, it's the same people who said that, this is a business which is, we are not going to invest in toilets and sanitation is not a great business to be in. Same people now suddenly when they realize that impact funds are investing with us, this is a great business to be in. This is amazing. And we always knew that you're going to do a great job. So soon this thing started changing. The people started realizing that sanitation is actually quite a upcoming kind of a space. And in 2014, you all know that when the Prime Minister announced the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, today it's one of the biggest national agendas. Just to give you an idea, as of today, sanitation is a $32 billion industry. We are sitting on a $32 billion industry today, which is going to be about 64 billion by 2021. So when you're looking at the industry and you're looking at creating a sector, this is a sector which is bigger than many other sectors. I always like to say this, and a lot of people look at me and say, you're dressed, are you in the IT business? I always like to say, I'm not in the IT business, I'm in the SHIT business. Because for me, I think that is an industry which I think is going to become even bigger than the IT industry. And I think that's something which is, the way I see it, is that the future is going to be in the sanitation economy. The toilet economy or the circular economy of sanitation is growing at a very rapid rate. When I talk about the sanitation economy, it's not just the toilets, it's also the other byproducts that come with it. So there's compost, there's energy, there's also the transportation and distribution side of things. There's also wastewater treatment. So there's so many things that come with sanitation and toilets that the entire economy, if you look at it from a circular economy perspective, it runs into billions of dollars. The only reason why we've not been able to really tap into it is because of the stigma. So as an organization, we've sort of put our focus on the sanitation economy, on the circular economy of sanitation, and we're working in the spaces of creating multiple of ideas and creating a change in the entire mindset of people working in this particular sector. So we're trying to create a business out of it. We're helping smaller entrepreneurs, we're helping people set up businesses, and one of the agendas is to create micro entrepreneurs out of the huge multitude of people that are here, to encourage them to start working in this space. We also moved into something called as smart sanitation. And when I talk about smart sanitation, that's, we're actually creating, I don't know if you've seen, but in the city of Pune, we've created these buses. And these are buses, toilets, which have been old scrap buses created. We've transformed them into buses, into very modern toilets. And these toilets are actually going to have a lot of sensors, a lot of data. So literally when you're like flushing away a whole lot of data every day. But these are paramedic, these are, basically a lot of parameters in your medical system which can be actually taken into consideration to find out all kinds of illnesses and preventative health. So we are actually moving from a mere toilet to a preventative health kind of a concept. We've been working with multiple MNCs and companies in the West who are funding us and helping us create all these business models and create kind of a concept where the toilet doesn't remain a mere toilet, but it becomes a preventative health. It becomes a concept where we're not only going to come and use the restroom, but it's also going to be where you can probably get a lot of health data. Smart sanitation is something which is going to be integrated and an integral part of the smart cities in India. So the potential of smart sanitation and the potential of this particular aspect is going to be immense in time to come. Moving away from smart sanitation and moving away from this entire thing about just the toilets and sanitation bit, but I think young people like myself, I like to call myself young, but I think young people should get encouraged to do a business like this. The kind of potential that such businesses have is really immense. I mean, I did it at a time when not too many people were willing to jump into it, but I would encourage a lot more people to look at businesses which are undesirable and businesses which can create the kind of impact that we've created. So just to give you an idea, as an organization, we save something like 155 million liters of waste from going into rivers on an annual basis. We make sure that something like 130 million liters of water is saved every year from the toilets that we make because of the water saving mechanism that we have. The kind of parameters or the kind of matrices that we use and the kind of impact that we are creating, very honestly, as an MBA, as a graduate, as a responsible citizen of this country, you realize that you're not just doing a mere business or a mere job, but you're also trying to create an incredible impact on the lives of people. One of the incidents that I'd like to narrate is, on one of the construction sites where we had provided a toilet, there was a young girl, maybe about 12, 13 years of age, who came with a mother, maybe a grandmother, and I happened to just be at that construction site, and the woman touched my feet, and I was like, I'm not the owner of this, I'm just the guy who's provided the toilets. So the lady said that, look, we want to see you, we want to meet you because my daughter who's 12 or 13 or whatever, she said she had to go to the loo at 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning when her school is at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. So she had to time her body clock to go to the loo at 2 o'clock because there was just a backyard. The men would go after 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and the women went before that. So for them, it was such a huge change just to have a restroom in their backyard that it changed the life of a girl over there. For us, it might sound a little odd because we've not probably faced this situation, but just think about it. It's something which you can just, if you close your eyes and realize that if you have a 12-year-old daughter and imagine she had to go through this. This is the kind of impact that we're creating. This is the kind of change that we're bringing in the lives of people. The business is not, I always believe that profit is not a bad word. Profit is a good word because without that, you cannot be sustainable. You have to grow, and the only way to grow is by generating profits and proving to your investors or to your people who are putting money and faith in you that you're growing. The way I see it is that the business has a tremendous potential, and I think in time to come, this is probably going to be one of the most leading businesses and leading sectors that one would really want to emulate or want to work for. I know that this is a very idealist, very dream kind of situation for me, but I think this is something which I would really encourage the younger lot of people to do. Before I end, I'd just like to make a note and make a mention that when I started this business and over these 19 or 20 years that I've been working in this space, we've raised private equity capital twice. It's a very capital intensive business. We're doing our third round of capital raise, and this is going to keep going on. But the business at the rate at which is growing and the changes that I can see over the last, let's say, 2 to 3 years, I can assure you that if this continues and there are more companies that come forward to do businesses like this as a part of the sanitation economy, I think that what we're going to see in India is that there's going to be a huge transformation for Swachh Bharat, and there's really going to be a change in time to come. Before I end, I just like to tell you guys that my business is not merely business of sanitation and business of providing toilets, but we are also in the business of providing dignity to people. The biggest thing that we do is provide dignity. And like Shah Rukh Khan said in one of the movies that I saw recently, that koi kaam chota nahi hota aur kaam se bada koi dharam nahi hota. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It was an honor to be here. Thanks.